Feels good to be back. Feels great to be back. Me and my guy Alec Aponte coming to you guys every single Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Alec, tell the viewers and the listeners a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you're growing, and some of your goals and targets for this new year.
Absolutely. Appreciate you. Good to be on. First of all, it's 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern.
You're right, 2 p.m.
It's 2. So yeah, so a little bit about myself. If you don't know me, I've been in the industry probably going on 4.5 years here. Started in final expense, deviated into Medicare about 2 years ago. Since then, I've been heavily focused on Medicare, growing an agency in the South Florida area. As is Ryan, we're in South Florida, and we got about 15 agents strong, and we're just looking to grow scale and just be a positive example for the entire industry, and just lead from the front. I think the industry is in need of good agency owners, leaders, and there's definitely a shortage of that. So we're filling the gap.
Absolutely, and I like what you said. There definitely is a very, very big shortage of positive leaders in the insurance industry. Agency owners, there's definitely a shortage of individuals that actually truly care about their agents and set them up in the right direction and move them forward towards their goals and targets. So man, I love what you're doing. As you said, we're both in the South Florida market, which it's great to be here in Miami. You're a little bit north of Miami. Man, there's been a lot of updates with the insurance.
You was muted. How'd you do that? There you are.
Are we back?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened.
Good. Okay.
Updates.
Good. So yeah, there's always updates in the insurance industry, especially in the niche that we're in, which is Medicare, right? There's always new CMS regulations. There's always new updates. We got to stay ahead with the times. And it reminds me of what GC says in If You're Not First, You're Last, right? If you don't change with the times, you're going to get left behind, right? So it correlates so much with like what we're doing in life, right? If we don't change with the times, we're going to get left behind. So what have you seen, and what are you doing currently to make sure that you guys stay ahead of the curve over at Paramount Insurance Brokers?
Well, there's two main things. So to simplify both, so I think it's like the FCC. There's something about the leads. So basically, your leads need to be branded specific to your agency. So that's just branded marketing. You got to have that, because that's if that rule gets passed, that's the only, you have to brand your leads. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't just have a direct mail piece that's so. Am I still here?
You're back, sir.
Oh wow, yeah. So they just FYI, they fixed the Wi-Fi like this morning here, so it might be a little bit choppy here. So yeah, branded leads. So that's just going back to grassroots. That's our own educational events, that grassroots approach, just that brand. PIB. That's what everyone should be doing, because the industry's really headed and it's moving to that direction. That's why they're requiring branded marketing. So your lead pieces, your Facebook ads, all that stuff. The agency has to be on there. And then the second thing is the admin fee. I'd be curious to know your thoughts on this. Essentially, you have to move towards Justin Brock's talked about this, building LOA shops where the broker is potentially going to be, the broker model is going to be obsolete if they get rid of that admin override fee. And also, agency owners are going to be in a position where they have to find a way to pay for a Sunfire or something like that out of their pocket, which there is some other solutions that I know are arising, but it'll basically It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit of adjusting, maybe out of pocket cost increase. I not that I agree with it. I think it's extremely. I think a lot of these rules are that it's CMS trying to solve a symptom and not the problem. So we're gonna end up keep going in circles here with these. It's the complaints and the calls, all that stuff. People just doing the business the wrong way. But that's the way we're approaching it. We're not too worried about the admin fee. Business, Ryan. Like, you got to roll with the punches and adjust, and things are gonna happen. If you're in business long term, things are definitely gonna happen. So
Yep.
that's our perspective on it.
I love it. And, that's exactly what I was going to bring up, and why I love connecting and having a relationship with you, Alec, is that we're so just solution orientated. Like, we don't even focus on the negative. Like you just said, and I'm going to reiterate it, like, your things are going to continually come up. Challenges are going to come up. Roadblocks are going to come up. The ones that are going to get past it and continue to progress and scale and grow their business in the insurance industry and in any industry in general are the ones that are solution orientated, right? They don't focus on the negative. They stay positive and they stay solution orientated. They're looking at, like, how can I positively gain from this potential negative that a lot of the rest of the industry or the market is looking as a negative, right? Because what happens is, with these new regulations, like the admin fee and then the third-party marketing organizations, how you have to self-generate your leads, a lot of people are just viewing it as negatives. And then they kind of contract. They might even pull back. Whereas us, as solution-oriented individuals, agency owners, we get to dominate. We get to really move into the market, take market share, and really positively gain from it. So that's the viewpoint that we have to have. I mean, my viewpoint is, like, and I've learned this from, obviously, Justin Brock, one of our close buddies, is that, like, the branded marketing and the branded clients is ultimately the way that you want to go in general. Even if these regulations didn't come in, it should have been at the top of your mind already. Branded clients, right? Something that we do within my organization, LC Financial Group, we send a new client welcome package out to each of our new clients. It's LC Financial Group folder, LC Financial Group, a couple flyers in there. We have the Medicare 101 book that we white labeled with Justin Brock. Highly recommend you guys doing that. And we send that out to each new client, really. So really creating, like, that branded client. And then also, as you said, Alec, really doing some grassroots activities, whether it's, hey, maybe setting up a stand at Walmart, like the opportunity that we have within, IFG and other organizations, whether it's, running the seminars, right? Going in person. That's really the route that you have to go to. And then the admin fee, I mean, man, the way that I'm looking at pivoting from that is the LOA model is the way to go. The W-2 model is the way to go. You get a select few brokers, people that are really actually they're business-minded individuals. You get a select few of those people in your organization, and then you guys build out that W-2 LOA model together, right? You shouldn't be entirely focused on the 1099 model at this moment. And that's like you said, that's the direction that the industry is going. So making sure that as an agency owner, we're able to pivot quick, we're able to adjust quick. And as you said, you get hit with some punches, man, you just get right back up and continue moving forward. I mean, that's the bottom line. You can't stay down for too long.
Like, it's like you want to live paranoid. So if you were taking the right actions and kind of, especially in Medicare, I was always like, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. It just is, it's government regulated. So if you're feeling the sting of this, or you don't have the cash flow or liquidity to pay for something, that's just a resemblance of the actions you were taking, 6 months ago. So if you look at someone like, Justin Brock, for example, like, the rules can change. It doesn't matter. He's already doing branded. It's almost irrelevant. The people who are feeling this are people who don't, haven't taken the right actions to store cash, because if the admin fee goes out the door, cost of doing business might increase. Or if you don't have money to pay for branded marketing. If you have a lot of agents, it's very expensive, where you're spending, I don't know, if you looked into it, if you do the math on, even 10 people, you're probably at 10, 12, 13 grand a month. Then you have to pay for a processing fee. So costs can go up like crazy. So as a business owner, you just need to stay in front of the eight ball, so to say. And shit, I mean, be like Justin Brock. I mean, that, you know, he's so out in front. Um, he's innovative. So, and he sees the way it's going. And you can clearly see the way CMS is steering people to run their agencies. It's clear as day with the LOA shops, getting rid of the broker model, you know, more emphasis on the face-to-face, which we do a hybrid. We do both. I'm not saying like call centers are dead or anything like that, but definitely putting an emphasis on grassroots and face-to-face.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, just really just continuing to adjust and pivot. And like you said, and I'm gonna highlight that, is like, if you're not ready for what's coming, it's a correlation from the actions and activities and decisions you've been making for the past 6-12 months. Right? If you can't properly adjust and pivot, then you've been operating with spotty activity and decision making. Right? And you're just simply just trying to get by and not having a business orientated mindset. Right? So, man, it's awesome to have someone like Justin Brock leading from the front in the insurance industry and really setting a clear example of how we can run our agency as well. You know, so it's been big, man. It's like, hey, man, I mean, things are bound to happen. It's inevitable, right? Especially like you said, Medicare, it's so regulated that it's just, man, I've always had a thought like, shoot, like what if they just stop paying insurance agents or just cut their commissions or the renewals? Like, what are you gonna, like, things are gonna happen. I mean, what if a comet just hit, a mortar strike just hit the United States? Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, don't even worry about it. Just continue to move forward.
Yeah, it's so I was gonna make another point, and when something you said, it made me think of this. Like, of course, we're focused on solutions. We only have so much energy in a day. So if there's like, you know, that being thrown at you in a day, all we have time for is the solutions and how, you know, we're gonna get things done. So, you know, if you haven't adopted that mentality, you know, you need to. There's no time to dwell on why it won't work, you know. And the more energy and thought you put into why it won't work, the more likely it's not going to work. So just focus on what you can control at the end of the day. Super simple stuff, right? You know, don't be spotty with your actions. Focus on what you can control. And it might get, you know, it's going to get interesting. You know, we'll see how the rules even come out, because it's, you know, it's proposed. It's not, right, you know, in writing, even though it looks like something, you know, will happen. So we'll be here for it. Like I said, it's not going to change. Like you said, you're taking the actions now. We're taking the actions now. So that's what everyone needs to be doing. Otherwise, you're either, you know, you're either gonna, you know, button up, rise to the occasion, or you're gonna be an LOA. You can also be an LOA at a bigger agency, which isn't a bad solution. Probably make a really strong income. Or if you're not LOA'd, you're going to be obsolete. I mean, even just to talk about these small little shops, you got to kind of, you got to pick what you want to do. Do you want to be an individual agent? Do you want to be agency owner? What comes with what, you know, what trade-offs, what sacrifices are you willing to make? Because they all have pros and cons. So those are some of the things people need to be thinking about, is what do I really want? Because that's going to come to play, you know, a year from today and stuff like that. Because, you know, some things are more than likely going to happen here.
Yep. I mean, everything's just proposed, but hey, it could happen. And you got to have that high sense of predictability and high sense of like what direction you're going to move into. Actually know what actions and decisions you're going to take to get past anything that might come. And it really has me within our organization here at LC Financial Group really just focusing on quality, right? Because I think that's ultimately what's happening, is like they're putting these regulations in, and this is my thought, 2 cents behind it. They're putting these regulations and these proposals of the third-party marketing organizations, the admin fees in place because there's just so much like shoddy business that's being written by brokers, essentially. You know, like you said, they're kind of dictating how agencies build and how the industry, in which way the industry is going. So there's so much shoddy, like not quality business that's being written. And that's why they have this new third-party marketing organization proposal that's more than likely going to go through.
Yeah.
They're putting that in place because they want quality business. They like the marketplace with the seniors is just, it's a brutal battlefield. Like these seniors, like they're so confused. They probably make thousands, millions, tens of millions of complaints every month. And it's just they want to solve it, right? As you said earlier, but will these regulations actually help? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Who knows? All I know is that I'm going to come out of it better. My organization is going to be better, and that's a viewpoint that you got to have. Like you were saying, you're just going to come out of it better. You're going to be a better person. You're going to be a better business owner. You're going to create better business, right? Like you got, like stemming back to what I said earlier, just solution orientated.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line.
And just by being that, great point. Just by being that, it starts like with an agency, then another agency, another, and if we can do our best to kind of make that a theme within insurance, that we're actually writing quality business, taking care of clients, because you only need so many hundreds of clients, and you're good. You have a very substantial income, so there's no need to make sales that you don't really need to make, that just turn into complaints. There's no need to plan swap when there's absolutely, and agents know, like, I don't really need to change them, but I'm just gonna do it, because of the, it's just, you just kind of listen to, there's that natural intuition of this is the right thing, this is not the right thing. Just listen to that, because you can hang up the phone and call someone else. It's really not, it's not that big of a deal. Hopefully you don't have a shortage of people you're talking to in a day, because then that's a different problem, obviously, in and of itself. If you have people to talk to, just hang up the phone, call someone else that you can really help. We've all been on calls where we really help someone, and then at times, we just made a sale. There wasn't really any real value to provide. So just focus on providing value. Love doing what you're doing with the mail kit, the welcome kits. Focus on providing value, being a resource for clients. Seniors need that nowadays. They shouldn't be confused. I can only imagine, I can only imagine. They go to the grocery store, Medicare. They look at the TV, Medicare. They get Medicare in the mail. They, Medicare, devoted, boom, boom, boom. They're just getting blown up. Then they get 20 phone calls, So yeah, we got to do our part, I guess, in saying we just got to do our part. And like you said, there's a LC Financial, Paramount Insurance Brokers, shops like these. That's how you start change, and hoping more people adopt those kinds of models. And I hate, because, like, I don't want to say, it's not that call centers are bad. It's just some people do it the wrong way, right? It's not like a call center is a bad thing. Just like, there's good doctors and bad doctors. So I don't think on the rules, I don't think that's really the solution. What it will do, I don't know. I'm not sitting there doing the math. I'm kind of waiting for it, and we'll act accordingly. But no, I don't think that's the solution at all. Cut commissions actually, would potentially make it harder for the agent, potentially worse for beneficiaries.
Yep, man. As you said earlier, it's like they're trying to create it. I don't know what route they're trying to take, man, but
yeah, you got to think of, man, it's really weird for people in, like, up just like a small little mom and pop shops that have to do all this. It's that taking care of their clients for 20, 30 years. It's really weird. They have to record everything. Now they, they might not even have Sunfire, provided for them. So it puts good people in, hard positions, but you got to get with the times. It's, it's a lot of changes coming. It's a lot of changes coming. So, yeah, we'll be listening closely. I know you guys will be too. But other than, as
think we lost him. Mr. Aponte. Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
There he is. He's back.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like as long as you're committed to the solution, you're going to be creative and find ways to creatively transition into whatever's happening in the market, right? And that's the cool thing. Like we control the market. Like we are building our own economy, right? We don't have to worry about what's happening in the marketplace or the economy, what changes are being made, because we're always going to evolve into it. We're always going to transition into it smoothly.
Yeah, they've been trying to fix the Wi-Fi all day. Oh, there's two of me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, it's business as usual, brother. You know how it goes. So every day I got to get back to the basics, which is the sales. So yeah, man. In saying that, yeah, we're just we've onboarded a good amount. Also, at PIB, we're just looking to go deep, make sure everyone's a successful agent. Like that's important to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't want just a bunch of people just kind of floating, like not really being productive. You know, if you're at our organization, we just like there's no benefit for us, there's no benefit for you. So we, not interested in that. So yeah, man, just pouring into our people.
Something that we put in place recently is like a 60-day kind of policy. Like if people don't make it through onboarding within 60 days to get RTS within 60 days, like, hey, it's not a good fit. Yeah.
From onboarding?
Yep. Yeah. Even if they're not even licensed yet, 60 days. We want people like, and that's the thing is like a lot of times like agency owners in the insurance industry, and I've been there before, right? Mm-hmm. We're trying to grow way too quickly. And I'm all about speed, right? I'm all about speed, doing things quickly, but sometimes we try to grow too quickly and then the quality gets lost in the mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
So making sure that you have like that viewpoint of like, man, we want quality over quantity.
Yep. And one thing that we're trying to do a way better job of is just the ancillary, the cross-selling. Mm-hmm. You can't miss with that. Like your clients are going to end up using those products, getting those products through other people. All you got to do is ask most of the time. So that's something we're focused on too. And we're excited, man. I mean, it's January the 8th. This AEP we were writing with 8 people. So I think we had the perfect amount to, write a lot of applications and start really, growing. But like I said, it's more of a definitely, the speed at scale, but then you got to take like, not everyone's gonna be a good fit, right? 20% of agents are responsible for 80% of the production, right? So you have to see, what fits good. And then definitely lost my train of thought there. My thoughts have left me. What time is it? 4:30. Thoughts are going.
Let's go. All right, folks, we're going to come to you guys every single Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and my guy, Alec Aponte. We're both here in the South Florida area, business owners, growing something big, doing big things. And we look forward to seeing you next week on the show. Yes, sir.